What's up everyone, welcome back to Beyond ARTV. My name is John and today I'm gonna have an informative discussion with you. Let's sit down and talk about chart success. I've seen a lot of discussions and a lot more people trying to use something as reasoning and rationale to come for someone's throat or to say this is good because of this number, and what it's going to boil down to is that this is a discussion and also simultaneously probably a bit of a rant on why chart success and big sales and streaming numbers do not make good music. It is not an argument that can be used to say, well, this is good because it debuted at number 1. I constantly get the ridiculous excuse on my negative reviews or even some of my mildly positive ones that didn't entirely outright praise an album or a song, with people commenting and saying, well, you clearly have no idea what you're talking about because this debuted super high, this is a top 40 hit, this debuted at number 1, Rolling Stone or Pitchfork or this other publication inserted here said that it was a good song, so you have no idea what you're talking about. Before you go and get it twisted and start thinking that this is a response to criticism, that this is entirely about me, you can rest your case there. It's not that. I've been at this for nearly a decade. I'm making this and I genuinely want to talk about this because I feel bad for the delusional, mostly young fans that actually feel this way. I'm commenting on the issue because I've seen numerous fandoms go out of their way to personally target and aggressively harass publications, fellow music content creators, and of course, sure, me, simply because of chart numbers. If a chart number or debut for a song or album is high, the rush of success goes more to the heads of the fans than the artist itself, it seems these days, giving them the quote, clout, or rather the push they needed to have a chip on their shoulder when someone would dare criticize their precious faves. Chart success does indicate that an artist is doing something right, although it most definitely does not prove that it's quality music inherently. If anything, it might show that they have a great marketing team behind them that put themselves out there, however shameless it might be. Maybe it's propelled by a meme, maybe it had an extravagant music video that fueled streaming, or maybe people hear the song everywhere they go and just genuinely seem to love it. There's 100 different reasons why something could chart well, but that chart success doesn't have a single thing to do with how good the music actually is. Look at some of the stuff that we've had clogging up the charts in the recent years that are pretty much undeniably awful. You've got Watch Me by Salento, Girls Like You by Maroon 5 and Cardi B, and dial it back a few more years and Stupid Ho by Nicki Minaj and Justin Bieber's Baby. Numbers are only numbers at the end of the day, and to paraphrase the age-old saying, the most talented are sometimes only discovered long after they're gone. That could mean gone literally as in they've passed away, or it could mean gone as in they gave up on music and had to step away because they never really saw the success that they needed to survive as an artist. If a song is egregiously awful as 7 Rings by Ariana Grande can rule the charts at number 1 in 2019 for long periods of time, then that should be the nail in the coffin for this discussion right away. Ariana is talented and is usually a very solid voice in pop that I enjoy, but that also doesn't mean that she's shitting out gold with every track or every bar, should I say? Get it? Because she tried to rap on the song and gold bar. You know what? Never mind. Next time, before you send out that tweet or leave that angry YouTube comment, think twice before using chart placement as an actual argument to someone, because the second that you bring that into the conversation and you use that as your piece to stand on, your credibility starts to crumble. You start to look like an angry fanboy or angry fangirl, and the ice suddenly gets very thin to tread on. You can bring up a chart number to reason that a lot of people must have liked something, sure, but the second that light bulb goes off in your head that everything comes down to personal preference and no one can dictate someone else's musical taste, the closer we get to ending this ridiculous animosity that pits one fan base against another. We're all out there striving for some sort of numeric measure of success, something that we want to see, something that maybe we post to Instagram, and if it doesn't get 100 likes, then we see ourselves as a failure. I think that this is definitely translated into the chart world as well, and it's gotten a little bit out of control in this modern digital social media fueled frenzy that we're in right now. It's a hellfire from down below, and I really feel that it's doing a number on people's inner psyche. It's something that we're going to have to find a better balance for, because using numbers as an actual strength is something to say, well, I am worthy because I have this amount of followers, or this artist that I love and I stan is actually killing it on the charts right now. That's not a good platform to stand on. And I think this is a reminder that I needed just as much as everybody watching. And just remember also that every list, every opinion, every review that I've ever done, it's all my own personal opinion. And I argue as fairly as possible. Sometimes I'm not that fair and I come down harshly, but I'm always saying what I'm actually feeling. And I use that as my fuel. I don't use it based on saying, well, this artist is going to have an impact on the charts, so I'm going to choose to say that I like this one. It's never about that. Never be too afraid to put your own opinion and your own voice out there and go against the grain and say, I don't just care about these chart numbers. We are all biased to some degree, myself included here. We all have our own personal preferences, and that's a beautiful thing. Never go out of your way to harass someone because their artist didn't perform as well. That's why I hate looking at these chart accounts on Twitter, because everyone just goes for everyone on there saying flop, horrible, tanked, everything like that. I understand that sometimes a project does flop and it's totally shocking, but the constant animosity that I've seen, it's just so toxic. Stan Twitter is constantly going too far and it's only getting worse. So I hope that the tides will shift. I hope that maybe these discussions that social media sites like Twitter and Instagram are having about possibly hiding likes, maybe that will be a wake-up call to people to say, this is not reality. These numbers don't mean anything. And I get caught up in that too. So with that being said, please drop a like on this video because I'm kidding. Come on, geez. I took my own message to heart. If you want to like the video, that's fine. If you didn't enjoy it, that's fine too. But drop a comment down below. I'm genuinely curious to know what you think of this discussion we had today. If you happen to be new to the channel, then please subscribe to the channel for the love of music. We talk about it several times per week on both of my channels. Tap right below me here to see another recent interesting discussion that I had on this channel, or tap over here to see another recent list video that I uploaded. All of my social media accounts can be found in the description down below. I'm most active on Twitter at ARTV Reviews. And if you would like to support the channel, then tap the card in the corner to go over to my Patreon page. Other than that, I'll see you soon for more right here on Beyond ARTV.